Hey everyone, how's everyone doing today? My name is Josh DuBois of JDStrategic, and really my mission is to really help people take control of their future. So the name of the podcast is Conquer the Mind, because I really do believe if you can conquer your mind, you can conquer anything in this world. So today, without further ado, this is my very first time doing a podcast, so I'm super excited to have Dennis Schooley on the podcast today. He is the CEO and founder of Schooley Mitchell, which is one of the franchises that I've partnered with. Him and his wife actually own and operate the business together for the last 25 years. And from what I understand, he actually has a very impressive background in sports as well. He played college hockey and he played semi-professional baseball for over 2 decades. So I'm super excited to dive into it. Dennis, I definitely appreciate you joining me today.
Well, thanks for having me, Josh. I'll talk your ear off, and you just let me know what you want me to talk about, and I'll fill the airwaves for you. How's that?
Well, I'm super excited. And I think just something that's super helpful to start off, especially, as a young entrepreneur, someone like myself, graduate from college, someone maybe even in high school, someone in college, they graduate and really just don't understand where they want to go in life, don't really have that sense of direction, maybe graduate with a degree, but still don't really know what they want to do. Can you help people understand, where did you grow up in high school? What was kind of your path? Did you go the college direction? Where did you kind of stand growing up? Did you always know you wanted to be in business? Kind of give us an understanding about where you stood growing up.
Yeah, I think probably. Well, I grew up in Stratford, Ontario, Canada, so it's a small city in the middle of southwestern Ontario, not too far from some pretty big places like Toronto and Detroit the other way. So, but that's where I'm from, and it was probably during high school that I think I took a bookkeeping course as one of the required parts of the curriculum back then, and it just really struck me that that's something I could do and I
Yeah.
liked, and so I pursued that angle. And I'm actually a CPA. Hopefully, my personality doesn't belie that. But anyway, that's my background. So I did go through a university program, and
Okay.
as you mentioned, I did play college hockey. While I was doing that, I worked for Price Waterhouse my first couple of years out in business after
Okay.
school, and I do recommend anybody coming out of school to get some kind of experience like that before they really, strike out in the path that they want. But when I was
Mm.
28, I did go out on my own, and I wanted to make my own decisions. And
Yeah.
I'm not going to tell you that every day since has been a wonderful day, but I will tell you I've
Yeah.
never regretted making that decision, not for 1 minute. So
Yeah.
I've always had a desire to hold my own row, so to speak, and make my own decisions, and for better or worse, just build what I wanted to build as opposed to what somebody else wanted me to do for them.
That's awesome. And what was the sports background? Were you playing in college? How are you balancing that on top of the academics? Were you kind of trying to play professionally in the athletics? Did you know you wanted to be in business in college? What did that all look like?
Yeah, I was never that good in the sports, but I mean, college hockey, it's very high level hockey, and the baseball that I played was very high level baseball. But no, I didn't have a vision to be in the major leagues or NHL. I knew probably at age 18 I wasn't going to do that, but yet I love those sports, and it was tough to balance because they both demanded a lot of time year
Yeah.
round, and so did becoming a CPA and all the things that I had to do. So that's just about discipline. And I liked what you said in the beginning about if you can control your mind, you can control pretty much anything. And I
Yeah.
really took to that. It was probably my first year of university when I just came up with the most important word in my dictionary, and that was the word decide. If I
Okay.
decide I'm going to do something, no matter what it's going to take, I'm going to do it. And
Mhm.
I think that's the best decision I ever made when I was, I
Yeah.
guess, 19 years old. And I've lived with it ever since. And usually to benefit.
That's awesome. I think we got steps 1 and 2 with, it really starts with the mindset. And then, you can do the meditation, you can do the yoga, you can listen to the podcast of self-development. But if you don't take action, you're just not going to get there. And it's really the daily action that's where it comes from. So going back to when you were at Price Waterhouse, what was that kind of like you were in the corporate world? What was kind of like that moment where you knew you wanted to kind of take that next leap of faith